faith over fear. I'm here for the people who know that it's 2025 and there are people out here making thousands of dollars a day from their cell phone. And if I can do it, so can you. I didn't grow up with money. I didn't grow up with resources. I didn't grow up in any kind of like special capacity. These are all things that were self-taught. The stuff that I do, these are things that I taught myself how to do. And I started from ground zero, and you can absolutely start from ground zero. The webinar that I'm doing on Wednesday on 7 steps to start an online business, it does not matter if you have never made money online. You can still learn how to start your own online business. Is there a course to buy? No. Not for this. I don't personally own a course. I do have a course that I bought that I can resell. I haven't really promoted it, which I probably should because it's a great course, but I haven't. But no, there's not a course. The one Wednesday, it's a webinar. It's a live webinar. Even if you can't make it live, you'll still get the replay. But yeah, on Wednesday, it is not a course. It is a webinar that you can sign up for to learn the 7 steps. Limiting beliefs, period. I'm doing my TEFL now. Go ahead, y'all. Teaching English. I'm here for it. You are so welcome. All right, so a little bit about me for those of you who are new here. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. Please continue to double tap. A little bit more about me. So my name is Bianca, for those of you who are brand new here. So last year, me and my husband left the United States to live abroad as digital nomads. And drop the word yes in the comments if you know what a digital nomad is. Drop the word no in the comments if you're like, what the hell are you talking about, Bianca? So there are a lot of different ways to move abroad. There are a lot of different ways to live abroad. And I'm telling you, one thing about me is I'm gonna tell you, the things that you're hearing from these other people on these apps talking about travel and living abroad, I'm not saying they're giving out bad information. A lot of people are giving out great information, but I feel like a lot of that information, like they're giving you like 60%. They're not really sharing all sides of it. Like there are people who live abroad in so many different ways. Like I met a girl in Mexico who is a travel nurse and she lives abroad for like 6 months out of the year. I came across a girl on Instagram and she does what's called, or she did what she calls a Liberty Leave, where she went and lived in Spain for a year. She shows people how to do it, okay? The first time I ever lived abroad, I traveled with a company and stayed in a different country every month for 4 months, okay? Like now I'm a digital nomad. So me and my husband, like we move around, right? So a digital nomad is somebody who works and travels basically. Whenever you think of the word nomad, a nomad is somebody who is nomadic, they move around. And then when you put the word digital in front of it, it just means that they're making money digitally while they do it. So last year, February 4th, 2024, we got on a one-way flight to Brazil and we were in Brazil for about a month. And then after Brazil, we went to Spain and Vietnam and Thailand, Japan, China, Indonesia, Panama, Colombia, Mexico. I think that's all of them, but I might be missing one. But yeah, so we've been digital nomad and we've been moving around from country to country. This is how we have chosen to live abroad for now. We have visited the US 3 times since we left last year. We still have literally everywhere I'm trying to go. That's so funny. That made me lose my train of thought. What the hell was I about to say? I completely just lost my train of thought. It's gone. I know I was just kind of giving you my background, like how we have decided to live abroad as digital nomads. At some point, we might pick one place. No, it's okay. Like, I want y'all to like comment. It's me, it's not you, okay? But there are different ways that you can live abroad, but we have chosen that we're gonna move around. For now, we might end up, picking a place and staying, but for right now, we move. Oh, I know what I was saying. Thank you, Swoop. So like being a digital nomad just means that you move around from place to place. Now, let me make this clear. There's not like a set time, right? Because I feel like some people hear that and they're like, oh my God, I don't want to move every month. Y'all, there are some digital nomads that will stay in a country for 6 months. There are digital nomads that will stay in a country for an entire year. The difference between like a digital nomad and someone who moves abroad permanently is that a nomad is planning to like move. They move more, like we move more frequently. And when we move, we take all of our stuff, right? So like the difference being like, oh, well, I am currently in Colombia and I want to go to Thailand, right? Like if me and my husband are in Colombia and we check out of a place, let's say we're staying at an Airbnb, we take all of our stuff and then we go stay in Thailand for a few weeks. We are digital nomad. If we're living in Colombia and we're like, let's go to Thailand for a couple of weeks, we, take a suitcase, we go to Colombia and like come back, then that's more like someone who just chose to move in one spot versus a digital nomad. Sorry, I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything in here. Hundreds of thousands of weeks. Exactly, Vic. People out here are making a killing, making money online. Okay? Like, and then you don't need no degree. You don't need no experience. You need to move away from your limiting beliefs and you need to be willing to get out of your comfort zone and try something different. Everybody want to live a different life, but everybody want to do the same shit. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, okay? Working on my residency on Colombia. Yes. And residency in Mexico. Two of my favorite countries. I'm here for it. Chihuahua mama, I am not a mom, and for work, I have multiple businesses, but I primarily do digital marketing and affiliate marketing. I do also have like books published on Amazon, and I have some videos on my page where I go through like all of my income streams because there's a lot of different things that I do, but primarily I do digital marketing and affiliate marketing. And no, I do not have kids, but like I said, I do have a move abroad resource guide at the link in my bio. And y'all, there's everything you need to know about how to move abroad from the US. It's in the move abroad resource guide. Okay. It is a 21-page guide, and it is full of answers to all of these questions, like how to move abroad with kids, how to move abroad with pets, the places to consider if you are LGBTQ plus, if you are a veteran, different ways to make money abroad. Like there's resources about all of these in the Move Abroad resource guide, which I am giving away for free for anybody who signs up for the Digital Nomad webinar that I am doing on, I keep wanting to say tomorrow, that I'm doing on Wednesday. On Wednesday at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in the morning, I am doing a Digital Nomad webinar where I'm walking through 7 steps to start your online business. So if you sign up for the webinar, I'm going to give you that 21-page Move Abroad guide completely for free. But after you sign up, you just need to send me a screenshot that you signed up, and then I will send you the link for the Move Abroad guide. I have never been to Italy. It's just me. Yeah, so that definitely makes it a lot more simple. I've got kids and pets. I feel you. People do it. People move abroad with kids. People move abroad with pets. It happens all the time, okay? Where do I sign up? Danielle, the link to sign up for the webinar is at the link in my bio. So if you go to my profile, like if you hit the little circle button up there and you go to my profile, you'll see a link in my bio that says stand.store. And then once you're in there, there's a button and it says Digital Nomad, or there's like a photo, and then it says Digital Nomad Webinar, and there's a purple button that says sign me up. And so when you hit sign me up, you'll sign up for that webinar. You'll send me the screenshot. You can, TikTok, you can't even send screenshots. You can email me at bianca@biancalynch.com. My email address is in my bio as well. Or you can send it to me on Instagram. I have the same handle. I just need the money. I feel you. I have no kids, no pets. I'm afraid of it. I'm tired of the USA. I feel you. Okay. It's $47. Yes. The webinar is a $47 investment. Thanks. Yeah, you're welcome, Danielle. Let me know if you have any questions. Is it 47? I thought it was 49. I know it's like almost the same, but I thought it was 49. Whatever. But yeah, the webinar is not free. But I mean, it's going to be worth more than twice that amount, okay? Because I'm going to be dropping the gems, okay? I'm a Danielle too, period. Got some Danielles in the house. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and start getting into the 4 things that I wish somebody would have told me before I started trying to make money online, because I have been making money online since 2017. So my entrepreneurial journey actually started off with me being a social media consultant. And then I was like, fuck this, because I didn't hate it. That's not true. Actually, I did love it at one point, but yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with social media like most of us do. So there's that. But that's how I started off my entrepreneurial journey. And since then, y'all, I do not have enough fingers for the amount of ways that I have tried to make money online. And at the end of the day, that's not a bad thing, because that's actually, and let me actually talk about this with the number 1 tip that I want to give, is that a lot of people are out here being like, oh, all you got to do is, blah, blah, blah. And I'm telling you, run. Because anybody who starts off with all you got to do, they're simplifying it. Okay. Like, I'm going to be real with you. The entrepreneurship is fucking hard. Entrepreneurship is ghetto. Entrepreneurship is not for everybody. Now, having multiple streams of income, yes. Everybody needs to have multiple streams of income. Not everybody needs to be an entrepreneur, but everybody does need to have multiple streams of income. But I'm gonna tell you right now, entrepreneurship has been an emotional roller coaster. It feels like a lot of times it feels like feast or famine, but I promise you, baby, I'm not going back to no motherfucking job, okay? Because once you experience a certain level of time freedom, you can never go back. Like, once you experience a life where you travel where you want to go, you do what you want to do without having to check your calendar, whenever you're doing what you want to do without having to worry about somebody, randomly putting calls on your calendar, calls that probably could have been an email anyway. This whole like having to wait bi-weekly to get paid when you can be getting paid every day. Like, it's a different world out here. Okay. And for those of you who are for real, like, it's possible. It is 10,000% possible. I fell in love with trading. And I think that's a big piece of it, right? Just like figuring out what works for you. This sounds like the truth to me. I'm not good at doing multiple streams. I can't figure out how to make it work. Joyce, then you got to just keep trying. Like, y'all, like I said, I'm not about to sit here and lie to y'all. This is the first, oh shit, I threw my damn hair tie. Too much passion. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. Please continue to double tap the screen, y'all. So the first thing that I wish somebody would have told me is, Bianca, you are going to need to determine the working style, the business type that works for your lifestyle, okay? Everybody is up here like, oh, well, yeah, well, I want to do this, or I want to start this kind of business. Well, I want to do this. And then I hear about the kind of life they live, and I'm like, I don't know, sis. I don't know. What are you talking about? Like, oh, yeah, well, Bianca, I want to be an online teacher, right? Like, I want to get on here and I want to teach classes like 3-4 hours a day during the week, but you have like 3 kids under 3. Listen, I'm not here to tell you it's impossible, but I'm here to tell you that if you were home with 3 children under 3 and you're going to be camera facing and you think them kids just go let you, be up here without running in and out, you might want to reconsider that. Well, Bianca, I really want to be a content creator, but I cringe at technology. I hate technology. First of all, if you hate technology, just go ahead and leave this live. Because honestly, like, I can't even deal with people who say they hate technology. It's just like, stop. Like, what, do you want to live in a box? What, you go live in a box then? Okay, cool. It's scary because it seems like everything has already been done. It doesn't matter, Chihuahua Mama, because I have a Chihuahua too. It doesn't matter because it hasn't been done by you. Do you really think the stuff that I'm telling you right now, you think I'm the only person out here talking about how to start an online business to move abroad? Girl, you know how many people out here are talking about this? I don't care, because they not Bianca. They not talking about it the way Bianca is talking about it. They're not using the exact same words as Bianca. And even if they are, it don't matter, because they are not me. Just like whatever your gift is, whatever it is that you want to do, it does not matter. Like, y'all, this whole thing about the market is saturated. There is no such thing. There is no such thing. Like, there is no such thing as a saturated market, okay? Okay, now we need to see that Chihuahua. So I'm actually like a dog. I'm a dog aunt. I'm not like a dog mom. And like Romeo is not here. I'm actually doing a house sit right now. I'm in somebody else's house. I got 2 Boston Terriers here. They over here knocked out. I know, because I never stop at lives. Period. Oh, thank you. Everyone keeps saying check Facebook groups, but so many scams going on there. Listen, I'm not going to lie, y'all. Like, it is definitely... It's hard. And it's not even just with businesses. So even people out here looking for jobs. Like, it is unfortunate that there are scammers out here, but I'm going to tell y'all something y'all don't want to fucking hear. Whenever it comes to starting a business, there's always going to be a risk. But I promise you, the biggest scam is your fucking self-sabotage. The biggest scam is knowing that you keep showing up to a job that you cannot stand. The biggest scam is you holding yourself back. If you, I'm sorry, like, well, I bought this $100 course and it didn't do what I wanted it to do and now it's a scam. Did you do the work? Did you do the work? And again, I'm not saying that there are not scammers out there, but I'm telling you, whenever it comes to entrepreneurship, whether it's a scam or whether it's just like, I don't know if it's going to work for me, you have to take a risk. Everybody want to be wealthy, but don't nobody want to buy stocks. Y'all, I started investing in stocks in 2018. In 2018. And to this day, and I'm 32, okay? To this day, I know people twice my age that they want to invest in stocks because they scared. But you also can't afford to retire. And if when you were 32, you would have started investing in stocks. Oh, but stocks are risky. Bitch, being broke and not living your best life is risky. What you talking about? Like, I'm not here to talk about no get rich quick schemes. I am not here to talk about how you're going to make $10,000 overnight. There are some people who start doing these things. They start making money online and they make 10 grand in like the first 90 days. Y'all, they are the exception. They are not the rule. Most people don't know how to invest. I'm going to tell you right now, open a brokerage account. It's free. Open a brokerage account, pick a stock, buy it. Boom. That's how you invest. But y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all don't want to know the truth. You want to believe that investing is complicated. You want to believe that investing requires a lot of money. There are stocks you can buy for $5. You want to believe that you need to be an expert to know how to invest. No, you don't. We do not like to keep it simple. Brokerage. I'll put it in the comments. Let me see. Comment. BROKE. Brokerage. There we go. I just put it in the comments. Yeah, they're free. I use Charles Schwab. Whenever I first opened my account, it was TD Ameritrade, and they got bought by Charles Schwab. So yeah, so I use Charles Schwab. But yeah, y'all, and it's similar with an online business, just like stocks, right? Like y'all, stocks, I have no idea about life insurance. Okay, I have no idea. Whenever it's the same thing with an online business. As investing, you don't start investing in stocks because you want to be rich tomorrow. You start investing in stocks because you want to build generational wealth, because you want to continue investing and you want to let that money sit and you want to keep contributing to that money for at least 30 years. Okay. And I'm not saying that as an entrepreneur, you need to wait until 30 years to cash out. Okay. Because you don't. But my point is, I'm not here to sell you on some get rich quick scheme, but for the people who are willing to put in the work, for the people that realize your money and your time are already going places. You already spending hella time and hella money on shit you do not need. I'm going to say that one more time. You're already spending hella money and hella time on things you don't need. That money, that time, and honestly, I'm not even talking about it got to be some crazy financial investment. Y'all, that money, that time can be spent as an investment into something that can into something that can teach you how to make money from anywhere in the world. How long did it take for you to be stable before moving abroad? I wasn't stable when I moved abroad. Y'all want to get real? Y'all want to get real right now? I was not stable when I moved abroad, baby. Me and my husband had left our full-time jobs. And the reason why we were not pressed about having a big amount of money saved is because we were like, we're going to continue to make money. It blows my mind that most U.S. Americans don't even have $1,000 in the bank. But then whenever it comes to living abroad, where your expenses are going to be cut in half or less, all of a sudden everybody feels like they need to have 10, 20, 30 grand in the bank. You don't even got $1,000 in the bank here. But yet everybody feels like they need a large lump sum of money to move abroad. What you need to move abroad is to know how you're going to be making money while you are abroad. The question is not about a lump sum. The question is not about how much money you need saved. The question is, how are you going to make money while you are abroad? And when are you starting? Because you should be starting yesterday. And y'all up here talking about how y'all want to move abroad from the United States and you don't know how to make money. The time to be figuring out is right now. The time to be figuring it out is right now. If you have time to watch me on this live, you got time to be learning how to have TikTok pay you. Y'all, these social media apps are making a killing. And you know why? Because we give them our attention hours and hours and hours a day. I do feel like I need 10K for cushion. I'm going to tell you right now, y'all, it is your prerogative. I am in no way, shape, or form going to tell anybody, like, don't save money. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing to save money to move abroad. Honestly, whenever it comes to money to move abroad, the biggest thing that you need is the money for the move, right? If you're going to be hiring movers, if you're going to be getting a storage unit, right? You're going to need money to, if you're signing a lease, like putting money down on an apartment, if you're applying for a certain visa. Like, I'm not saying that moving abroad does not cost money. But what I'm saying is, in terms of your life, you're living abroad, your day-to-day life. You can be living in this country where, you can live off of $1,500, $2,000 a month. But the question is, where is that money going to come from? Because that money needs to come from something that does not require you to show up in person. You said looking around. Hold on. Oop. Oh, come on, Uruguay. I've never been there. Oh, I answered that question. Looking around my house, none of this stuff I need to use anymore. Angela, listen. Child, after moving abroad, every time I come back to the U.S., I'm getting rid of more shit. I just told y'all I get so much free shit from Amazon. I'm giving it away. I don't even want it. I'm so detached from physical things at this point in my life. This whole U.S. culture of consumerism, gotta buy it, gotta buy it, gotta buy it. I am just beyond it at this point. And trust me, I was the girl that had Amazon boxes coming daily. And my husband be like, what'd you order? I don't know. I didn't even know. Y'all, 50% of the time I got an Amazon box, I didn't even know what it was. That's how much I just used to spend in the United States. Suggestions for what, Wybird? How old are you? I am 32. Literally giving hours a day on social media, period. What are you covering in your July session? Sheila, that's a great question. The session is going to cover 7 steps to start an online business, even if you are a complete newbie. So we're going to talk about how, like, literally, step 1, here is what you do if you want to start an online business until step 7. We'll talk about things like turning your skills into an online business. We're going to also talk about like different options, like different online business options. All of that is going to be in the webinar. And remember, y'all, I am doing a bonus for anybody who signs up. If you sign up for the webinar at the link in my bio, I'm going to send you my 21-page guide on how to move abroad from the United States. But you just got to send me a screenshot to show me that you signed up. How do you get around the financial requirements when applying for a permanent residency? I don't know, because I've never applied for a permanent residency anywhere. I don't live anywhere, y'all. I'm a digital nomad. I move around. Most recently, I was in Mexico and I'm going to Colombia next. I've never been to Italy. Why are you online trying to sell someone? Because I'm an online business owner. Oh my God. People crack me up. You just answered my question. I'm going to buy your webinar. Period, Vic. Let me know. Like I said, just either send me a screenshot on Instagram. I have the same handle. She's booking the flight. Or you can email me at bianca@biancalynch.com. This is my first time on your live broadcast. Come on, please ask away, okay? Have you ever been to Asia? Yes, I've been to Thailand, Indonesia, China, Japan. I love Colombia. Oh, Costa Rica and Colombia. Those are both of my top 5. Y'all, Brazil, Costa Rica, Colombia, Mexico, Thailand, my top 5. Notice that 4 out of 5 are in Latin America. In case y'all can't tell, I'm a Latin America girly, okay? Love, love, love Latin America. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. I appreciate y'all. So yeah, number 1, I'm supposed to be talking about these 4 things. And I'm only on number 1. Okay. So number 1 is to really determine the type of lifestyle that you want. No, that's not it. Determine the business that you want to do, and understand it might not work out. Understand you might decide you're going to turn your passion into profit. I'm going to talk about that in the webinar as well. Passion versus profit. Let me know in the comments, yes or no. Are you the type of person that could have a business that is boring if it is making you money? Let me know in the comments, yes or no. And there's no right or wrong answer. I'm just curious, because I'm telling y'all right now, I have been through the ringer whenever it comes to entrepreneurship. I have done the boring stuff and I have done the fun stuff, and I have seen all sides of it. Love Thailand. We're in China. Oh, so I was actually only in, oh my God, it's that one that you said with the G. I cannot pronounce that, but I was only there for like a night. Like China and Spain. Well, we're talking about Asia. China, I was only there for like a day trip. It was like a long layover. But I was in Japan for 10 days. I was in Vietnam for a month. And I was in Thailand for like 9 weeks. How can I work from Puerto Rico? Don't. Start an online business and then move to Puerto Rico. I want to start an online business scamming people about moving abroad. Oh, you're a troll. Well, thank you so much for the engagement. Why don't you go ahead and heart too? Like, if you're going to be in here talking shit, can you just also double tap the screen as well? You might as well give it all. If you're going to be dropping comments, drop the hearts as well. You know what? I've just started having a lot more fun with people who come into my lives and talk shit, because I think it's so funny that somebody takes the time out of their day to like come into somebody's live voluntarily. I know I should block them, but the problem is sometimes I'm toxic. And like, I'm a Libra, so I like vengeance. So sometimes I'm just like, okay, you want to do this? Let's do this. And my husband is not here to call me out right now. I started my online business with my 2 boys last year. However, I really need to get some sales. No, I feel you. I do. Like I said, y'all, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like an online business is a walk in the park. But here's the thing, y'all. Here is the thing. The time is going to pass regardless. So look at it this way. Even if it takes you 6 months to figure out how to actually start making money online, y'all, what the fuck is 6 months out of the entire course of your life? That 6 months is going to pass regardless. How much time, how many weeks, months, years has already passed? How much time has already passed since you've been saying that you want to make money online? All that time that you could have been making money online. You feel me? Spain was our 10th grade class trip. Oh, wow, that's so dope. I'm interested. I'm an esthetician, want an online business that has to do with my career. Yeah, listen, y'all, like I said, sign up for the webinar because I'm going to be talking about also like turning your skills into a business. So whenever it comes to starting an online business, whenever it comes to starting an online business, you can do something like turning your own skills and experiences into a business. Like that's literally what I have been doing. I started off as a social media consultant, but I was a social media manager in corporate America. And then I started teaching small businesses how to use social media. I used to teach people how to invest in stocks. I paid off, sorry, I'm gonna add some lip gloss. I used to teach people how to invest in stocks. I told y'all I started investing in stocks in 2018. I paid off like $18,000 worth of credit card debt in 2020. I taught a class on how to pay off debt. Now I teach travel as a traveler. Like you can turn your own skills and experiences into money, but you do not have to. And like I said, I'm just being real raw with y'all. Passion versus profit. Sometimes making money from your passion is a beautiful thing. And sometimes it's fucking exhausting. Y'all, sometimes whenever I travel, I don't want to pick up my motherfucking phone. I was at the beach all day yesterday. I didn't record nothing. Left my phone in the truck. Y'all will never know about it. Y'all went on a cruise in November 2023. The only reason y'all even know about this cruise is because I was specifically trying to like pitch. I was trying to like pitch them for to basically let me do a free cruise. So I posted a video. Otherwise, y'all would have never seen it. Okay? Sometimes whenever we turn our passion into profit, it is so much fun and it's so fruitful and you just cannot believe that you get to make money doing what you love. And sometimes it makes you resent what you love. I'm just being real with y'all right now. And here's the fucked up truth. You're not gonna know until you find out. And that just is what it is. And I do want to also say there are so many different things and reasons that go into this. It depends on what you do. It depends on if you have help. Like there are so many things. This is not a black and white conversation. Okay? Like this is everything with an online business is a gray area. And that's why I said you need to run from anybody who is out here telling you like, oh, well, all you need to do are these 3 things and then you'll start making money. They lying. Because I'm going to tell you, what's going to work for me might not work for you. What's going to work for him might not work for them. They're not telling you that if you're serious about making money online, the biggest chunk of your time is going to be figuring out what works best for you. Okay? It's pronounced Guangzhou. Oh, Guangzhou. Thank you. I hope I remember that because I'd definitely be forgetting whenever people be asking me where I've been at in China. How would I start in that aspect, like selling retail and trainings online? Okay, you're the esthetician. Yeah, you can. Like you could, and I know an esthetician is sort of like broad. Oh, and thank you, the person who said I love your energy. I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, you said you're an esthetician, so I know that can mean like a lot of different things, but if there are services that you can do where you can, like, for example, like you can like go live while you're doing certain services, or also you can talk about your skills, like talk about your expertise. Is there a way that people can do the things that you do at home? I met a girl in Mexico. She has learned how to wax herself. And I was like, you got me fucked up. I'm going to a professional. But at the end of the day, that's a market. There are women out here, and I don't even know if you wax people. I'm just using that as an example, right? If you really love skincare, right? Like you can talk about your routine. Like you have so many different options. You could create, you can do classes. You can create like a community, like a membership. There's so many different ways to make money online, y'all. My business has been getting way better, starting to understand my processes. Period, Chris. What do you teach? I teach people how to travel on a budget, and I teach people how to make money online. That's what I do. I got my 5 sources of income. Let's get it, Chris. Is the webinar free? No, it's $47. But do I do these webinars monthly? I don't. I'm live all the time. So the webinar is with the company called Expatsy. I've been partnering with them since last year. So they do webinars on moving abroad all the time. But basically, like, I'm coming to speak for them, if that makes sense. It's almost like I'm a guest speaker doing a webinar for them. I do have my own budget travel masterclass. It's not related to moving abroad. It's just related to like how to travel on a budget. That's at the link in my bio. But this webinar specifically, it's a one-time thing. But even if you can't make it live, it's on Wednesday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Even if you can't make it live, you can still get the replay. Scamming y'all for $47. You still in here? Nako 492. You still in here trolling? Damn. Why you not show? I mean, Honestly, like you gonna hang out here and troll me the whole time. I really just feel like at least heart to screen too. I don't know what I want to do. I just like day trading and cooking. Oh, cooking is so fun. I actually love like if I don't know if you mind going live, but I see people because I be joining people lives who be cooking. They be out here making hella money. First of all, you can make a shit ton of money just going live. Y'all, sometimes I get sick to my stomach, and I ain't even gonna lie to you. I be hating, okay? When the shit I see people doing on live, making a killing. Like you can, like if you have something that you like to do, if you want to share with people, like you can just go live. If you want to create other products, you can. But again, y'all, the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit, okay? Hello, Lizette. I want to move abroad. What's stopping you, sis? Thank you for the hearts. Thank you so much, Montana. Hello. My bosses asked me if I knew how much I made millions for others. Ooh, I can do it by myself. Come on, I can do it for myself. Come on, Angela, let's go. Okay, so you said you do go live sometime. Okay, so like if that's something that you're willing to get, like to stay consistent with, thank you for the gifts, Montana. If that's something that you're willing to stay consistent with, that shit can earn you a lot of money, okay? Like live is not like my main moneymaker. My main moneymaker is actually affiliate marketing, which I have like a guide called the Cash Flow Come Up Checklist for those of you who are like, you just want to learn how to make more money. That's in my bio as well, where I talk more about affiliate marketing. But yeah, my number one money maker is affiliate marketing. But I do also, like I said, I have books published on Amazon. I have digital products. Like I'm on a podcast. I go live. There are a lot of different ways. I have a lot of different income streams. What business did you open? Okay, yeah, so I just talked about that. Vic, you said I have only 600 followers. What does that mean? That's a lot of people. 600 people? And when you go live on TikTok, most of the people aren't even your followers. Like, y'all, the days of where the number of followers matters, those days are dead. Okay, like, having a lot of followers, you don't need a lot of followers to make money online. Here's what I will say. And I have like 26,000 followers. Some of you might hear that number, you might think that's a lot. Some of you might hear the number and be like, that's not that much. I once heard a girl who had 400,000 followers say she didn't think she had a lot of followers, and I wanted to reach through the screen and slap the fuck out of her. And this is why social media is toxic, because you think it's a lot and then you get there and then you feel like it's nothing. But that's a whole other conversation. But the way that I leverage my following now is actually more so for like opportunities off of social media. Like it ain't even about like, oh, I have all these followers, and so now like I make all this money. There was a girl on this app once, she said she had 80,000 followers. Her account was not monetized at all. Blew my mind. She got 80,000 followers and not making no money online. I was like, girl, what are simple online jobs? I'm retired and I have a lot of free time. Now, what you want a job for if you retired? What you trying to work for? Get a hobby. Like, don't go, if you retire, you're ready to work for somebody for most of your life, I assume. Like, what you want a job for? Get you a hobby, baby. Go do something fun. Go become a whale photographer. Look, that's my dream. My dream, like y'all, my dream life is to be like an ocean photographer. And there's probably about 100 steps for me to get there between now and then. But so I'm 32 right now. I'm telling y'all ain't gonna recognize me at age 40. Y'all gonna be like Bianca who? Because the shit y'all see me doing today, I'm trying to be a ghost in my 40s. Okay, a ghost. Like, not dead. But I mean, like, it's gonna be a completely different life. Okay? I do photography, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the jobs that are most simple will probably, like an online job is the most simple, is something like customer service. If you love people and you got the patience for that, go for it. Hey, I see we got an anime freak in here. I love anime. I am very nerdy at the core. I moved to Vietnam in 5 days. Montana, yes! Remind me, where are you going in Vietnam? Oh my God, time has flown. I'm so excited for you. Y'all know I love me some Vietnam. I am here for it. I had a feeling it was Da Nang. I gotta go back to Da Nang. No, I'm sorry. I gotta go back to Vietnam because I didn't go to Da Nang. I only went to Hanoi. That's so dope. All right, y'all, let me keep going. For those of y'all who are just now joining, I am doing a webinar on Wednesday at 11 a.m. You can sign up at the link in my bio. It's $47. But whenever you sign up, I'm going to also send you my 21 page guide on how to move abroad from the US. And the link is in my bio. It reminds me of Miami. Really? Da Nang reminds you of Miami? Okay, that's interesting. Okay. I am not a big, I shouldn't say I'm not a big Miami fan. That's not true. Because I mean, I had a blast when I was there at 21. I think I'm just like, I just can't. I'm not a fan of Miami now, but the thought of comparing Vietnam to Miami is like blowing my mind right now. Okay, I'm gonna sign up, but I gotta go dash my life away to say not dash my life away. Listen. I was driving for Uber Eats. This was what 2021. Did I? Yeah, it was 2020. I was still working at Compassless. Yeah, I drove for Uber Eats. I've done Instacart. Y'all, listen. Your girl is humble, okay? I done told y'all over and over again. I grew up black and broke. I didn't know shit about making money online, living abroad, try all the shit I do now, and now I've traveled to 24 different countries, okay? Like, your current circumstances do not define what's possible for you. She said, hater. I'm weak. Listen, Miami is, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I had a blast there when I was 21, but whenever I was there in, that was like 2018, I was like, it's just too goddamn hot out here. And I'm from North Carolina, so like I'm used to the heat, but whew, that heat felt different. But I mean, Miami is fun, of course. Like Miami is a lot of fun. This is exactly what I was looking for. Glad you landed. Oh, April, I'm glad that you are here too. Are you using Canva? I do use Canva, but am I using Canva for what specifically? But in general, I use Canva a lot for sure. Y'all, I've only gotten to the number one out of 4 of these. I gotta move on. Okay, number 2. Okay, Lalila, hello. Thank you so much. Number 2. The other thing that I wish I would have known before I started my own online business is to set realistic goals. I'm looking at you. Set realistic goals. Good morning, y'all. I done told y'all. There's going to be these people who you scroll through on your feed and you see that they started doing, oh, I started my digital marketing business and the next day I made $2,000. That is amazing for them. That is amazing for them, but they are the exception. They are not the rule. If you are not prepared to put in the work consistently for months before seeing a profit, y'all, I'm not even gonna hold you. Go ahead and leave the live. I'm not the person for you. Hi, Lawanda. I'm not telling you that it's going to, I'm not telling you it's going to take months, definitely, because everybody's journey is different, but I'm going to be real with you because I'm not going to sit here and make it seem like, oh, you're going to start your online business on August 1st, and then by September 1st, now you're ready to go buy a flight here. That's not how it works. And on top of that, whenever you're making money online, it's not linear, especially not at first. It's like this, okay? If you go back and look on like some of my older videos, you can see where I was walking through like the months and like how much money I was making. Y'all, there were months I made $400 in my business. There were months I made $5,000 in my business. Listen, and there was a lot in between. And I'm not gonna lie, luckily, but since I don't live in the U.S. full time anymore, thank y'all for the gifts, thank y'all for the hearts. Since I don't live in the U.S. full time anymore, like my expenses are like barely anything. It's like me and my husband, we can live off of like $2,000 a month for both of us. Like it's. But number 2 is to set realistic goals. So whenever you go into, matter of fact, this is what I want to compare it to. Think about a weight loss journey, right? Think about a weight loss journey. For most people, okay, like you might lose like a few pounds because it's like, water weight in the first like week or whatever. But to really start seeing like the difference in your clothes, unless you're doing some really, really strict, I ain't talking to y'all like insane dieters. But if you start doing the basics, like, eating healthier, moving your body more in a realistic way, you're going to feel better. And you might see some pounds drop on the scale, but like, you're not going to drop a size in your clothing for months. Okay. Months. Maybe again, if you're being super strict, maybe a month. It's similar with an online business. This is why most people quit. This is why most people do not thug it out whenever it comes to having an online business, y'all, because they're not willing to keep pushing in the beginning when it seems like it's not working. Of course, it's not working, bitch. You don't know what the hell you do when you just started. Of course it's not working. You posted for 30 days. Y'all, people don't even post for a month on this app before they quit. Well, I was posting, but I only got 200 views. 200 people? 200 people saw your post? You can't name me 200 people right now. 200 people probably cannot even fit in the place that you live. And if they can, it probably is going to be real fucking crowded. But you're over here complaining about 200 views, except instead of acknowledging the fact that you keep posting, those 200 views, they add up. It's not about the number of views. Y'all, views don't equal money, okay? Y'all, I had a post, that shit got like 110. Well, and I haven't looked at it in months. The last time I checked, it was like 110,000 views. Y'all, that post made me like $200, okay? I have made more money from a post that has gotten, from a video that's gotten less than 100 views on YouTube. Stop worrying about the wrong shit, okay? Set realistic goals and don't just think that your goals are all about, it's not all about money. Y'all, that's another thing. If you're only getting I'm not telling you money is not a great reason to get into entrepreneurship. It is. There's no income cap. Ain't nobody clocking you, right? You can get paid every day. Fucking paid bi-weekly. Like, ain't nobody waiting monthly. Ain't nobody waiting a month for a check. I get paid every single day, okay? Every single day. Through the Amazon Influencer Program, through affiliate marketing, I make money every single day, okay? Listen. The money is great. The money is important. The money is not the only thing, okay? Entrepreneurship is spiritual. Entrepreneurship is spiritual. And if you don't feel called to do this, then don't. Do not. Continue doing whatever it is you're doing. Remember what I said earlier. Not everybody needs to be an entrepreneur, but everybody does need to have multiple streams of income. And there are ways to have multiple streams of income without being an entrepreneur. But for those of y'all who want to start this online business, let's go. Who's still rocking with me? Drop the word yes in the comments if you still here. If you still picking up what I'm putting down. If you still lit about starting your online business that can pay you every single day so that you don't got to go to a job that you hate. Drop the word yes in the comments if you are ready to understand what it's like to wake up and do whatever the hell you want to do that day. To never have to hear the Microsoft Teams sound again. Woo! Y'all. I literally told my sister this morning, I said, I am so grateful that I don't have meetings anymore. Y'all, I am so grateful I do not have meetings anymore. Like, I have created a business where I prioritize businesses that don't require me to trade my time for money, okay? And you could do it too. You can do the same things I'm doing. For those of you who feel like, Bianca, this sounds good, but I just need more details, go ahead and sign up for the webinar. Sign up for the webinar on how to start a business as a digital nomad. I have the link in my bio, y'all. It's $47. And I'm not throwing y'all no shade. Like, if you don't want to invest $47, then don't. Like, that's okay. That's perfectly fine. But I'm just letting you know, if you want to start an online business and if you feel like investing $47 is too much to learn how to do it, then I'm like, how do I put this nicely? Because this is coming from somebody who has invested tens of thousands of dollars into their business. And I didn't start there, okay? My first big investment in my business was 2017. I went to a conference. I forgot what it was called, but it was a marketing conference in Orlando. It was $300. And I remember just feeling like, oh my God, this was like such a big investment. But then like I said, now, I mean, I've invested like $10,000 to work with people. But at the end of the day, I know the kind of money I want to make. I know that I want to be making $30,000 a month minimum. So what the fuck am I going to flinch at $1,500 for? What am I going to flinch at $10,000 for? But I'm telling y'all, it's a mindset. And you have to get there. And you can start small. But like I said, if you feel like if $47 is too much for you to invest in starting a business, then right now, mentally, you're not at a place to start an online business. And that is okay. That is 100% okay. There is a lot of free ass information online. If you want to continue to just save the videos and soak up the information, that's fine. But for those of you who are like, I'm ready to take action, Bianca, I'm ready, then go to the link in my bio and sign up for the Digital Nomad webinar where I'm going to walk you through 7 steps to start an online business, even if you don't know shit. If you are starting bottom of the barrel, it does not matter, okay? Because I wasn't born knowing how to do this shit either. Period, April. Thank you so much for the gifts, Valerie. Thank y'all for the hearts. All right, number 3 is going to be to plan your marketing. Y'all, I'm a marketing girly, okay? Actually, and it's funny because my degree actually is in marketing, but listen, it was not, it ain't the kind of marketing that I do now, but it doesn't matter. The point is, I'm a marketing girly, okay? Sales and marketing are going to be the 2 most important pieces of making money in your business. They're going to be the 2 most important pieces. So whenever you are considering starting an online business, you really need to think about how you want to put yourself out there. Everybody wants to default to social media. That's not a bad thing. Social media is free, okay? Like, it doesn't cost you, well, it's free financially, but social media does not cost you money. Like, it makes sense for you to show yourself on social media, but y'all, social media is not the end all be all. There are so many other ways to market yourself. And this is something that I am now embracing, because I have gotten burned out on social media multiple times. And I've been saying for years that I was going to learn other ways to promote myself, and I did it. And it got to a point where, like, I was about to just say fuck it and quit everything and walk away, because I got so burned out on this app. And I got to a point where I was like, Bianca, something has to change. And now I email my list more. I do email marketing more. I go on podcasts more often, and I share my story that way. I have like online communities that I'm in from other things that I've done, and I share my stuff in there. Like, there are so many ways that you can market yourself. But whenever it comes to marketing and sales, y'all, you can't be scared. Because scared money don't make no money. Nobody want to buy from you if you're scared either. They can sense that. If you're not sure about yourself or your product, then we can sense that. So whenever it comes to sales and marketing, really think about what's going to work for you. Really think about what's going to be realistic for you. If you have the budget, you can also outsource, right? You can pay somebody else to maybe run ads for you. If you don't have the budget, you can learn how to do things for yourself. I'm going to tell y'all one thing in this online business world, baby, you're going to spend time or you're going to spend money. Those are your options. You can pay somebody to do the work for you and save time, or you can learn how to do it for you. You can save money and spend your time learning how to do it for yourself. I have done both. And I am not getting to the point where I want to outsource 90% of everything that I do. And that's what I'm working on right now. And number 4, y'all, number 4 is like thinking about it number 4 is prioritize a business. Thank you so much for the rose, Valerie. Empress, the webinar is at the link in my bio. So if you go to my profile and then you hit that link that says stand.store, it says the digital, what the hell did it say? It says Bianca, what the hell? Oh my God, this dog it says digital nomad webinar. This dog is snoring so loud. He's so cute, y'all. Look at him over there. Y'all hear him snoring? And look at the other one over here. I'm trying to be quiet because I don't want to wake him up. Look at the other dog. He about to be laid out on this couch. Watch. Oh, he heard me. All right, let me move it back. Let me come back in here because he about to do too much. See, I've been trying not to wake him up because they get extra real quick. They're so sweet, but baby, whoa, they can be busy. But yeah, it's called Digital Nomad Webinar whenever you go to the link in my bio. Valerie, thank you so much for all the roses. I really appreciate you. So yeah, y'all, those are the 4 things that I wish that I would have known before I started an online business, is to really, and like the first thing is just understanding that you're going to spend most of your time at the beginning just figuring shit out. And to be honest with you, even when you figure it out, guess what? There's a loophole. You figure it out and then like things change. Like this is the nature of an online business. This is why most people stick to a job. This is why most people spend their lives in a job that they cannot stand, because honestly, it comes with a certain level of stability and security. Now, do I believe that a job is really stable? Hell no. People out here getting laid off left and right. But like I said, y'all, I have learned that my time freedom is what matters above all. My time freedom is what matters above all. So, Miss Foodie, thank you so much for the gift. Thank y'all so much for the gifts and the hearts. I appreciate y'all. So understanding that there's going to be a lot of trial and error, especially in the beginning while you're figuring it out. It's just not the kind of thing where, oh, I'm starting my online business tomorrow and then I got to figure it out next week. Like, it's going to take time. This is not a get rich quick type of thing. This is a slow build, stay consistent, and then watch the compound effect. So you can start making an additional $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 a month when you stay consistent. Because, I mean, I can't speak for y'all, but I know that for me, baby, like I said, it's worth the time. It is. Planning your marketing. Figuring out how you're going to be putting yourself out there, because especially in the beginning, especially if you're not able to pay somebody to do it for you, you're going to be spending a lot of time on your marketing. And then last, like, y'all, pick a business that matches your lifestyle. Like, pick something that aligns with the type of life that you want to live. Okay? Like, if you don't want to have to be... Excuse me. And before I say that point, one thing I do want to say is, in the beginning, whenever you're putting in a lot more work, right? Like, it might feel like, okay, this isn't exactly what I want to be doing. But as long as that's a means to an end and not like, oh, this is what I'm going to do forever. Maybe you love coaching. Maybe you love consulting, and that's great. But do you want to be on like 5 calls a day? I don't know. Maybe you do. And if you do, that's fine. But if you don't, then you might want to consider something different. If you don't want to have to be showing up on, like social media all the time, then don't go try to start, then don't choose social media as your biggest marketing medium. If you don't like to write, don't start a blog. If you don't like to talk, don't start a podcast like y'all. And vice versa. If you love to talk, I love to talk. That's why live works for me. Okay, a lot of people are like, Bianca, I don't know how you do this. I'm like, I can do this all day. And I'm actually really, really good at writing, but I don't like to do it. Which is why I am planning on getting to a point where I can pay somebody else to write my emails. Because even though I'm good at it, I don't like to do it. But you know how many emails I've written since 2017? Hundreds. Hell, I might be at 1,000 at this point. Anyway, y'all, I'm about to get up off here. Does anybody have any questions about the webinar? You can sign up at the link in my bio. It is $47. For those of you who have already signed up, I'm excited to see you there. Or if you can't make it, you will still get the recording. But if you did sign up, make sure that you send me the screenshot of your confirmation. You can send it to me on Instagram. My handle is the exact same as the handle right here. So make sure you're following me on here. Or you can email me your receipt at bianca@biancalynch.com. And then I'll send you that 21-page guide on how to move abroad from the US. But thank y'all again for joining. Please make sure you hit follow if you want more. And yeah, I will catch y'all next time. Bye, y'all.